How is everyone doing this morning? Hope everyone is doing fine and dandy. It is Titanium Tuesday once again. Hope you gentlemen have got your day started off well. Got some coffee in you. Wide awake. Ready to get this day going and conquered. I hope you have lots of knives being delivered today, or got a bunch yesterday, or going to get a bunch tomorrow. Let's get into it. Good morning, TC. Good morning, Mister. Good morning, Audio-itis. Good morning, Sever7. Good morning, B Shady. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Drummer. Hope all you gentlemen are doing great. So, I got a few knives in the mail yesterday. One of them was the new Lemifshi full-size FSDs. And I like them better than the winter pudding. It's got pretty much perfect action. It doesn't seem to bounce as much as the winter pudding does. And believe it or not, Lemifshi usually makes thicker knives. But this one is a tad bit thinner than the winter pudding version. You can probably see it. Yeah, you can definitely see it. The Lemifshi is way thinner. So I imagine the Lemifshi is closer to the original. It also sounds really good. Got great action. Anyway, I got that one in the mailbox yesterday. And then the other one I got in the mailbox, I'll talk about in a second. But in my back pocket, I had one of my cedars. These step mill blade cedars are pretty nice from Juful. They have perfect detent. Actually, kind of brutal detent. It almost hurts your finger. I've had to adjust it a couple of times, and every time I get it back to where I like the detent, it almost hurts my finger when I open it with the tab. Yeah, I like the Lemifshis all the way around better. I've got I've got a bunch. I've actually got 3 of these. And now I got 4 of these and 5 of these. And I definitely prefer Lemifshi. But they just feel nicer. And the winter pudding has all those issues with the pins coming out. And the fit for the pins is way better on the Lemifshi. All right, and then the other mailbox knife I got yesterday was one that Mr. Andrew bought, and that is a Kingsford Knives. Kingsford Knife. Oh, and I had this in my back left pocket. Sorry. Kingsford Knives Nascent. He bought one of those, and it's OEM by Kaiser. You can tell kind of by the box here. But let me show you this real quick. Well, thought I was going to show it to you. Could have sworn I recorded a video. Oh, I never uploaded it. Well, dang it. All right. Kingsford Knives. All right. Now, since I don't know, nascence. What? I don't know why I had an issue. Why I said that. I don't know how I said that earlier. All right. Anyway, it came with a lot of scratches. And here's actually the video of me showing him the scratches. Hold on just a second. Discord, bring it up on the screen right here. So you can see it had quite a lot of use.
Yeah, it's pretty scratched up.
So
Definitely been a user.
That's what it looked like, or looks like, sorry. Freudian slip there. And he wants it to look like a special edition one, which is like this. So he wants me to bead blast it and anodize the hardware bronze. So I'm going to try to do that, but as you can see, it's pretty scratched up. Get it out of here. Pretty scratched up. But when I got home this morning, I couldn't stand it. So I bead blasted the worst side to see if all the scratches were going to come out great. And it looks like a brand new knife. And it's well on its way to look like the one in the picture. So I couldn't take it. So there's the after and there's the before. And the scratches on the other side were a lot worse than on this side. And I haven't got it fully soaked with oil, but it looks brand new again. I love the fact that you can take your knives and turn them back to factory, especially if you like bead blast. I did this in about 5 minutes while I was making a cup of coffee. And then I came inside and sprayed some WD-40 on I sprayed a little bit of WD-40 on a paper towel and oiled it down because it's going to pick up the oils from your skin. And when you first wash it after bead blasting, it's a lighter color, but I wanted it to look like it's going to look after you touch it. So I added a little WD-40. So, yes, Andrew, I think it's going to turn out good and get rid of all those scratches. I didn't know if it would, but looks like it's going to. That's always cool. It's the Nascence with a C-E. Nascence. So I think I can turn it in. Oh, and we're going to do something this week. Either I was going to do it today, but I don't feel like messing with it. I've already reassembled this knife. But we've done lots of anno where we take the part to the liquid. But I don't think I've done any videos on where you take the liquid to the part. And I thought it would be a good time to do that. These have great action though. Anyway, I felt like carrying one last night. I was trying to figure out which ones I want to get rid of. And I think I've narrowed it down, but we will see. Yeah, this thing is pretty nice. So my blade is out for delivery with Mr. BGM today. So we will see how long it takes to get the blade back for my Draco. I was hoping that since I took it apart and got it ready for him, he might open the box and be like, here, let me just knock this out real quick because it's just a blade. He doesn't have to do any kind of disassembly. So hopefully I don't expect to jump the line, but maybe he'll be busy and just grab it and do it. He might not ship it out until in order or whatever, but at least it'll be done. All right, I'm missing something. Mr. Kingsford is nice. That's cool. I can't stop thinking about the charcoal whenever I mention that word. I think it's because I've been wanting to grill out recently, and I have not done so. All right, yeah, 85. Yeah, I'm getting a regrind. Who's getting a regrind, Pete? Me? Yeah, you didn't know I've already disassembled the Draco and sent him the blade? I don't know if you're talking to me or whoever asked. Yeah, so Mr. John sent me a picture of his Griffin Scout that BGM did. And I'm super impressed. I think he did a great job of coming off. I mean, I swear the plunge line and everything looks perfect. All the swedges. It looks like he got that one nailed. That's one of them, and then the other side looks like this. Even better, really. So BGM's the man. Plunge line looks perfect. He came right up to the swedges, great. He said he puts a 220 edge back on it, which is fine. I don't need anything. Like a toothy 220 edge on a knife is still pretty sharp. Good morning, Mr. Ed. So, let's see. Links. Oh, yeah. Sever posted a bunch of Tucson's. I think he said something about that. Somebody mentioned something yesterday that, was it Nick? No, it was Pete. Was that you that mentioned doing a group buy for some knife? I seemed like I remember that in the chat, but it didn't get brought up, and I don't remember what knife it was. But did somebody say we should do a group buy or figure out how to do a group vie. If y'all hadn't smashed that like button, I invite you to do so. Here's what that knife, you could, well, I already showed the video, never mind. I uploaded that knife, that video showing the scratches on that Kingsford. And so they were pretty good. You can see them right there. There's quite a few of them. And there's quite a few on that side too. But that'll look like a brand new knife now. I love being able to buy knives at a discount because of how they look and then bead blast them, and that's what I like anyway. So it works out good. Luckily, Andrew wants that knife to look like that as well, so it'll work out for him too. Oh, Pete, the square hole M390 Shaman. To be feared is better than to be liked, Mr. Ed, right? Also, I've almost decided that people that look at that square hole OK Shaman and say they don't like it because of the square hole are not real knife people. Now, you know I'm just joking when I say that. But it affects the knife absolutely zero. And I didn't like the round hole forever. So the fact of how nice and solid this knife is and how it feels, that little hole shouldn't matter whether it's round or square. I get it. It's weird. Some people might like it though. If that's why you're not buying this knife, that's silly. The jimping is so nice on this knife, by the way. I wish I could, that's the only problem about making your own knife or thinking about making your own knife is I want to make sure my jimping feels like that, and I don't want to have to buy 5 prototypes to get it that way. I wish I was closer to the Knife City. But anyway, it's a good knife. And you want it cheaper than $85 or whatever it is? I think I paid $130 for it or something. And I was happy with that. But now it's like $85 or something, which is silly cheap. I've also got a new idea this year on how I'm going to attack social media and how I'm going to push my cause. Let's just say that. So y'all might notice it soon. Yeah, we can look at the links for those 2 sons or the 2 We can look at them all. I don't care, Sever. I ain't got nothing else to look at. Morning, Paul Mills. Here's the first ones you linked. Mazwan Mokhtar, another one of my favorite Tucson and other knife designer. I've got a 450, but I don't have it in Zircotai. I think I've got a 301 too. I think I've got both of those. Nice looking knives though. In fact, so nice, I'm going to save the image. And then you linked this one. Which is another of his knives. Tucson's trying to do their dang thing, huh? That's a pretty wild knife. Super clean. There's another model up there at the top. All right, then we got this one. Yeah, there's the 450. Yeah, that's a pretty knife. Can't wait till that material drops in price some. That's the one I showed the other day and said I want. Well, no. Yeah, I might have showed it. Said I wanted to mirror polish the front of it and leave the other not polished. And then you link this to your knife. Caveman. EDC. Classic chip shaped knife. I love the shape of that one. Dang, mister. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I like little touches of Damascus, but let's see. What is this one? Oh, Kubey Knives Gentleman's Knife. This is one of those people that buys them and puts them up and charges crazy prices. There's lots of those guys on eBay. I wish it was an integral instead of a clamshell. See that line down the middle, and you can see the screw back there on the back. I like those screws though. It's a cool looking knife. Yeah, it looks like it's a clamshell with a screw. You can definitely see that screw back there. You have to look close. That's what I was saying about hating the way my Nirvana looks, because it's got those two screws on it. All right, I had something I wanted to show. Let's see, what was it? Oh yeah, couple of things. I liked this knife. What do y'all think of that topo pattern? I love the finish on it, how it's textured between it, where it looks like a real topo. It's got like a, almost like a jeweled looking finish. That's pretty cool looking though. So I wanted to show that. And then I also wanted to show let's see. Oh yeah, so the guy had started his own YouTube channel, the Taylor Hardness guy from Reddit, and I wanted to watch his video showing how he does the process. This is the guy that posts on Reddit though, so I wanted to give y'all his link so y'all could go subscribe. Let's see if this takes you to him. Yes. So y'all go check out and subscribe to him and give him some comments. Tell him thank you for testing all these knives, unless you don't care, and then don't.
What's up guys, Taylor here with Taylor Hardness. Today we're going to be showcasing the process for Rockwell hardness testing. We have a Titanium beef blade in 14C28N. So the first step for Rockwell testing, of course, is to turn the machine on. I'm going to go ahead and degrease the blade with some methanol. I'm off frame here right now, but as to the machine, first step is going to be doing some throwaway punches. Some random blocks I have sitting around.
So he takes calibration blocks and he should test it.
Random block. Throwaway punches, make sure the machine is running properly.
Oh, yeah.
You can see we are in calibration. You guys can't see it very well because I blocked it off so you can't find me in person. But each punch takes 15 seconds or so on this machine. Some machines are different. They all have their own quirks and cool things about them. I don't know what this block's supposed to be, so.
But I thought watching his process would be neat. And he did some Ozark Trail and
so 2 throwaway punches per ASTM E18. My next step is going to be verifying the machine. I have a 62.7 HRC verification block. Boop, this little guy. I'm gonna find an empty spot, give it a few punches. And by a few, I mean 3.
What do you say it was? 63.7?
Posts on Reddit. And probably on my database. So I use this block quite a lot. A little low on the first punch. It happens from time to time.
Wow.
If you're curious, there's a little wire wheel that I wheel up and down. I suppose it's not a wire, but whatever.
63.7? Is that what he said? 62.7. 62.7. All right.
So our goal is to be within 1 point of the verification block, which we clearly are. I just need 3 punches to confirm that. Okay.
Perfect.
We are within 1 point, clearly. Put that away. So again, I'm going to go ahead and degrease the blade once more, just because I'm using Kim wipes and a good old bottle of methanol. Classic, good duo going there. So right off the bat, I'm going to show you where I'm going to punch. It's going to be up here, somewhere around here, where there's a flat spot on the blade. And just to show you guys, for ASTM 18.
Oh my goodness! Hope y'all can hear
parallel
it.
Within 1/10 of an inch.
You can.
And as you can see, We're well within that. So, but to be fair, most blades are surface ground. So it'd be very odd if they were not parallel. Although I've seen it. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and punch just below where it says 14C28N. I'm going to do 3 punches per side. On my own knife, sometimes I do 4, but
Per side, wow.
I do 4 because it shows 4 on the results page. I guess it shows 8. Oh.
56.5. Ouch.
That is, of course, objectively a little low for 14C28N. So we'll see on the next punch, though. Uh-oh. There we go. It's a little more reasonable. As you can see, sometimes with first punch is thrown off. So occasionally on my posts, you'll see an extra punch thrown in. It happens. The machines are very, very, very finicky. A lot of user error that can go wrong. In this case, it's just warming up, I suppose.
I like the charts on the wall.
All right, I will do one more because that first punch was not great. You'll see in my post sometimes I block out some of the readings. That is for that exact reason. Sometimes it'll have a bad punch. There's a lot of operator error that goes into it.
Those last two were pretty consistent.
There we go. 58, 59. All right. So we got 3 on one side. We'll go ahead and do another 3.
All right. Anyway, that's the process. Y'all go follow him and check him out.
Go under.
Like I said earlier, he did some Ozark Trail knives. Oh, by the way, there's the breakdown picture of the Lemifshi FSD. All right, where was his post? I always can't find the guy when I want to find him. He usually pops up at least once a day. Harbor Freight and Walmart edition. So, Harbor Freight, not sure. Why doesn't he have them listed? There's an Ozark Trail at 50 HRC, and that sucks. There's another Ozark Trail at 49 and 51, so 50. And there's another one a little better at 53, 52, 53. Another one at 51, 52. So that sucks. All right. What else we got? Y'all give me something else you want to check out today. Sever, what are you looking at today? Besides some Zerkatite. Anybody got anything in the mail? Your Burning Stables prize shows up today? That's awesome. I'm getting Andrew's. I think Andrew's. No, that's maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. It says I'm supposed to get the Unkovsky today, but it was in Memphis last night, so I don't see how it could, but maybe it will. I'll be getting my cold steel that I bought, that 3V Master Tanto or something or other. Oh, wait, it does say it's in my city, so I am getting the Unkovsky today. Oh, you got a Molesect loop in the mail today? That's awesome. Yeah, so TACOM. That's a site we hadn't been to in a minute. Let's run over and see what TACOM's doing. Oh. They put them all together, huh? I don't know. Yep. Looks like they moved them all together. That makes sense. Folding knives. They got some gentlemen's ones, huh? Well, I didn't know he had this many folding knives. There's the unnamed and the intruder. Wow. $289 on the intruder? Crazy. The Whatnot EDC Gripper collab. Not seen that one. Do they have, can you sort? I guess the only two titanium ones they have are the two that I bought. Let's see if we search for titanium what we get. 20 results. The Sun Spear, let's see. Let's open that one. Open that one. What in the heck is that? Open that one. Alright, well that is not... OEM is Kunwu. That does not look titanium. That one does have a titanium handle. Natural. El Natural. A wild looking knife. The Titaner. Yeah, that's a wild looking thing too. What is the Brian Nadeau clone? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know who he is. I've not seen a clone of it. That wasn't a clone that I showed earlier. Now I know which knife you're talking about. You're seeing a box opener that folds. And it folds like that. Let's see if anybody's done a review of it. There we go. That's what you were looking at. I sure hope a razor blade cuts paper. I like how that one's built. This music sucks. Not sure about that blade replacement. And the proprietary blade stuff, no good. In my opinion, but it is what it is. More of a scalpel than a razor blade, should I say. Yeah, I look at lots of real knives as well as fake knives. But now I know which one you were talking about. You were talking about this one. That's definitely not a clone. That's the real deal. I love that topo pattern though. I don't know, did y'all mention that you liked it or didn't like it? Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a review of it, Andrew. What are we looking at, Robbins? Oh, that's a nice pry bar. That's a big boy. B Shady's getting his tag along. $5.89, Michael? No. I do not have that one. Let's see. What else did y'all mention? Oh, what is the Molsec loop, TC? Whoops. I zoomed in accidentally. Yeah, what is the loop? That PVD machine we watched yesterday was pretty wild, how it could coat with anything down to the atomic level. Like, yeah, that was a cool video. And knowing that the machines cost $1 million was interesting as well. So that is the loop. I like how they're making, inexpensive, not decent knives. I respect that. Typhoon? Oh. Yeah, that's the same generation, huh? What did that one sell for? $16.50? Oh, it's still available. No, it's sold. Did y'all see on Knife Swap yesterday, there was a naked skiff. Well, there was Yeah, right here, 23 hours ago, this one popped up. Good old Plain Jane, Plain Jane. Yeah, that's just showing off. What a clean knife. Yeah, that one sold for $1,000, which was a good deal. All right. Anything else somebody mentioned we didn't look at? We looked at the tag along the other day. All right. I think we're caught up on everything people said. I try to include everybody. If I ever leave you out, just say it again. Let's go to this place and follow them because I like their big giant pry bars. A lot of commotion going on outside my house. I don't know what's going on out there, but I got a little bell and it's driving me nuts. Nice Geico. Geico. Yeah, we've been there before. Think you like their pry bars, huh, Pete? Believe you've got one, don't you? Because we looked at the grasshopper. Yes, sir. We did. And I had to figure out how it worked by looking at the parts. See where the airflow went. Goes up through there and into there. Goes back and forth. There, 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 there. Yep. Show you that again. Air goes from there to there, from there over to there, from these 2 points over to these 2 points, and from this big thing to this big thing. And then out. Out. Sorry. Out. Going this direction, but from here to here to here to here to here. Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. The grasshopper. $230 when he makes them. The pipe, Robin. Y'all give me just a half a second. See what's going on. Well, I guess nothing's going on, which is good. Could have been a squirrel. Man, I have filled up my other 2 cases almost. Yeah, Robin, that would be pretty cool to have. Yeah, it's not going to stay cool forever. Yeah, for some reason, I ended up with 4 of these winter puddings. I don't know how. I mean, 3 of these winter puddings and 1 of the Lemipshis. I have no idea how that happened, though. And I guess I moved my other ones. I don't know what I did with all the other. They're probably in the other case. They need to all be together. Dang it. I hate when I go through my sorting phase and I got stuff kind of all over the place until I get it all together. Are they in here? What's going on? It shouldn't be in here, but maybe they are. No? Yes? All right. There's the one I'm keeping. There's the one I'm keeping. And this is an M391 with the inset liner lock that I'm keeping. All these have the adjustment screws except for this one, because it's a liner lock. So you really can't adjust the lock up. But this one's M390. The rest of them are all have the adjustment pins. Andrew, I mean, the Lemipshi is thinner and you don't have to worry about the pins falling out. And the action on them doesn't bounce as much at the bottom. It feels it makes a better noise. These sound like, I don't know, they make a weird swing, like, I don't know, somebody said it sounds like scissors. And see, that one didn't close as good. But they make they definitely make a different noise too. They sound kind of thuddy, like dead, like, they're definitely not, the action on them it changes because of this is the one I want to keep, I think. I think it has the best action. So yeah, those 2 I'm keeping, these 2 I'm selling, and these 3 I'm keeping. So these 4 are for sale, if anybody wants one. TC, if these 2 and these 2, 4 in the middle. I'm gonna put these all together now, so. And these are going to somebody. They're not coming back in my case. These 4, TC. I need to go through and figure out a bunch of I need to do some consolidation. These are both Lemipshi, and they're great. Both of these are great. Well, that works out good. The peanut, those 2 are TC, and that one's Mister. I mean, Mitchell. Sorry, not Mister. This one had the better action, TC. The other one wanted to stop halfway down. It doesn't feel nearly as nice. But this one did. So I'm gonna I'll send you a price on both of these. And Mitchell, hit me up about that one. Paul Mills, if I think they're around $90. I think that's what they are. I don't really remember. I'll have to look and see what I paid just to save. Chinese New Year holiday is about to start, so a bunch of stuff's not going to be available for a while. All right, Mr. Bob, I will do that. And I'm sure I can. This one just hasn't been used, and I could probably tune it a little better. I mean, I will tune it a little better before I sell it. In fact, I think this is the one where if you pull the blade a little bit, it doesn't wiggle. But if you use the blade to split it out, yep. So see, now it just drops shut. Perfect. It's got a little bit of a spacing issue. And if you just grab the blade and kind of wiggle it, it makes it loose again, and then it just drops. And that's because there's no screws down here at this end except for the pivot. And see, I can squeeze right here. And then when I open it again, it won't drop right. It'll get hung up. It's weird. They don't have pins across to keep the width. That's a design flaw. There's no stop pin in these knives, and there's no pin that goes across at this end. So I've said that on a lot of knives, that holds them the right distance apart, and it keeps the action even. So it's kind of weird with these knives. Robin, you posted a watch. NASA? What is it? You're just telling the time, right? So it's 6:30. I can read that. I don't know if I should show it on the screen. Should I? Yeah, might as well. It's on Instagram, but it's just a watch. It's just watch hands, right? It's showing 6:28. Oh no, 6:35. No, 6:28, like I said. Yeah, what a weird watch. And some of these new, I watched a documentary yesterday on watches. In fact, it was about Swiss watches and why do they still sell for the crazy prices that they sell for? And let me see if I can find it off screen here. Don't want y'all to see all my history. Yeah, right here.
Of a Ferrari for the wrist, and it's gauche to
why Switch watches made by Richard Mille, Patek Philippe are so expensive. And they just talked to this guy. Check out how thin this. So they talked to a bunch of watchmakers, and pretty wild. This guy right here, do
for hand
4.
finishes every part. Those broad components.
Yeah, but anyway, it was a pretty cool documentary. Have a good sleep, Andrew. But yeah, you got me sidetracked on watches for a minute. By the way, for the last 4 or 5 days, I've been wearing my chip watch. So this is the one I made. It's got my name on it, my initials. And it keeps great time. Maybe 2 or 3 seconds a day. Good morning, David. You use three hairs? Yeah, that's awesome. Mister. Yeah, that video was pretty wild. Let's see. What else are we going to talk about today? Syndicate has it all. A butter knife. That's pretty funny. It was in the HRB scale. 14 HRC is what the butter knife was. That's pretty funny. I'm sure some of y'all have those, right? Have one of those friction folders. Wow. That hollow grind looks crazy on that REK. I didn't know you could buy Dama steel and get him to hook you up. Yes, sir, Mr. Robin. It is. But yeah, I didn't know you could send him Dama steel to make you a knife. Or maybe since it's his post, he just did it. Oh, here's his blade refinishing process. I mean, blade finishing process. I love that smock blade. It must be cool to be able to experiment on stuff like that. Yeah, and the way that was the way the hollow grind was on that one looked crazy. On this one, the way the light and the shadow is hitting that hollow grind. DLC Talon. The dreadlock with DLC over a mirror blade. I applied a full mirror on the deadlock. Yes, you did. Converting my Taurus to water cooled. That's pretty wild. Good grief. DLC Zon. DLC meets the Lamia. Wow. Wet grinding is the way. Pretty wild. There's his Q fixed blade. What do y'all think of that? Good morning, Co-Bunny. There's a wrecked Sabenza. See what that blade looks like. I bet it looks pretty sweet. Oh, yeah. Man, being able to reblade your own knives would be such a cool hobby to have. If you had a bunch of blade steel and the right equipment like he does and the skill like he does, it's so cool to just be able to take your old frames and throw a new blade in them. The Shaman no longer. Yes, sir. I'll take one. Nick? No. I got home and bead blasted a knife for somebody else instead of working on my own stuff. Yeah, I got home and bead blasted Mr. Andrews' knife because I couldn't stand the scratches on it. And I need to be finishing my inlay. I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to shoot some video and I'm going to work on that. I haven't done it on video because I don't want to mess it up. And I'm never quite as careful on video, and my nerves aren't as good on video. Oh, by the way, these came, Andrew went to bed, but this knife came with the thick, I guess the thick factory washers. It's got bearings in it, or maybe these are skiffs. Skiff thick bearings, thick washers. I'm not sure about this, but I bead blasted this one this morning instead of, and I need to take it back apart because I need to finish the other side and the clip now. Which means I really need to disassemble the whole thing, so I'll probably wait till after the stream to do that. But yeah, that's what I did when I got home. And I agree about the Talon clone. I think that would be a good one. Especially knowing that he won't like it very much. And but he sells out everything he makes, so my new social media campaign is going to be interesting to see how people react to it. And I can't wait to get into some conversations about it from the first person that mentions something on the post. I'm just going to let it happen organically, though. I'm not going to stress it. Well, this is cool. I just found a stop pin that I was looking. I mean, a locating pin that I was looking for. Last night when I got this Lemivshi, this is not the Lemivshi. This is not the Lemivshi. I put the Lemivshi up. When I got the Lemivshi full-size FSD, I took it apart to fine-tune the pins, and I could have sworn it didn't come with this pin. I was hoping when I got home today that I would find that pin, and I did just find that pin on the floor. So I've already messaged him asking him to send me another one of these. I probably need to tell him it was my fault and not his now. But there's a place for a pin in the backspacer as a locating pin. And I guess the first time I took it out, it came out, but it goes in that little hole, and it goes in the one in the back there to hold the backspacer in place. So it goes right here. So that is the right one. So it was my fault completely. But these do have, the pins on these are seated very nicely. They're pushed into place. And the machining looks better on the Lemivshi version. Now don't let me drop the pin out this time. There we go. I got the pin back in it now. It didn't really have to have it because one of the screws was there, but in the backspacer, so it really didn't affect anything. So I wasn't too upset about it, but I thought I might have dropped it out accidentally. I was at work when I figured out that it was missing, so I wasn't able to come home. And just now I looked on the floor in front of me here, and I found it. So that's cool. My record is still pretty good with not losing parts. I just grabbed it out of the mailbox before I left for work last night, so and I like the fact that he gives you the little Allen that you need to work on it with the Lemivshi, so he sends you the little tool with it. That's pretty cool. These knives are fun, though. In fact, it's going back in my pocket. I like it. Do I have a hole in my pocket? What the heck? That knife was cold. All right. What else today, guys? Oh, yeah. Dang it. I got to send this out today. So right here in my hand is my scale for my custom scale material that I'm keeping secret for my custom Burning Stables Forge knife. It's 2 pieces, and they are 3/8 of an inch by 1.7 inch by 5.8 inch. So they're each 3/8 of an inch, so they're 3/4 of an inch total, plus the blade. Plenty of material. But I got to box those up and send them to Mr. Burning Stable so he can get started on my knife. Sounds like his turnaround might be quick. Robin just got his pry bar, so that's awesome. This Rexford is still weird. And I finally got to, since I bought that new case, I got to sort all my, some knives that I had in little bags. I know y'all have seen, those little small cases that I had, but I was finally able to put these in a real case. All my, my Rye Design Yangi knives. So they all get to live in a case now. And I even included right next to them something else, I think. So there's all 6 of those Yangi. Yeah. And then this is that other one with the Damascus. And then right beside that is this one. So I like my case now because now I've got a bunch of knives together that were in some wild places. I need to get my... There's something else that needs to go with those, but I can't think what it is. Nick, I should have done that, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if they were the right size. I wanted to see them myself to see if they would work. And I hadn't really talked to him, but I could have sent them right to him. You're right. I should have. I didn't have his address at the time I ordered them either. No excuses, though. Okay, Mr. Cliff, I will check my Instagram. But I like having my extra 2 cases now because none of these are clones. This one is. I just took off the table. But none of these are. So I don't just buy clones. I thought that's funny. Somebody came in thinking I just bought clones, I guess. Oh, yes. Probably, mister. I don't know. Let's find out what the resolution on mine is. Let me figure it out real quick and I'll tell you. It's on the side of the laser. Hold on, let me go. Here, I'll go snap a picture on the side of the laser. Alright, here's what the side of the laser says. Let's, I think it's got the resolution on it. Hold on just a second. Stuff for channel. Well, come on. Why is it not there? What in the world? Well, that didn't work. All right. Here's what it says on the side of the laser. Mister. It says, all right, so minimum character that can be written is 0.15 of a millimeter. So you'll have to answer that question yourself. The minimum line width is 0.01 of a millimeter, and the minimum character is 0.15 of a millimeter. So you could fit 7 characters in 1 millimeter. So you could write the word alchemy in the span of 1 millimeter. Yeah, I would say a 7-character word in the space of 1 millimeter on your ruler would be pretty small. I could write the word alchemy in 1 millimeter. So one of these little lines up here, actually, yeah, one of these down here, I could write the whole word between 2 of those lines. Alchemy. All right. Well, people, might do a short video today because not many people are giving me stuff to look at. So I guess I will start winding her on down. Unless y'all have something else you want to speak about. I just thought about something. Let's say I've talked an hour and a half about knives. This is episode 388. That's 582 hours. If I put a live stream on, I've talked about knives for 24 days, 24 and a quarter days. So I could have a live stream that wouldn't repeat for almost a month just from these lives in the morning. I could set up a Blade Alchemy TV. When I get to 30 days worth of material, I might set up a loop somewhere where you can tune in any time of the day, 24 hours a day, and you won't see nothing new in a month. That'd be pretty wild. Yeah, I know. I do 7. Yeah, I do 7 a week. Nobody does as much as me. Just kidding. I don't know. There might be other people that do it daily. But I think I'm the only one right now in the knife hobby. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a great Tuesday. I hope your mailboxes are full. Yeah, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, Nick. See how it goes. Y'all smash that like button on your way out if you haven't. Y'all been doing great to help a brother out. And thank you, mister, for playing my my playlist. Mr. Bob, have a great day, sir. Mr. Robin, Mr. Nick, Mr. David. Thank you, gentlemen, for hanging in here. Mr. Co-Bunny, the background there. Mr. Mitchell. Hit me up on the Discord, Mitchell. Cliff, I'll go read your Instagram message when I get off the stream. Michael, thank you, sir. Be shady. Thank you, sir. Mr. TC went and did something, I think. Mr. Paul Mills, thanks for joining us this morning. Mr. Pete, of course, busy working. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great day. See y'all tomorrow.